And right now, what he's getting ready to talk about is something that we've been talking about for about a month, 2 months, maybe three months now, about my book, Letters to John Boy, and what my good friend C.L. Bryant has taken me on a journey. Oof. He's taking me on a journey, and there's another level to Letters to John Boy, and I'll let you take it from there, CL.
And there's another level to John Anthony's story. There's another level to the Anthony family story that I do believe will affect America, and I believe that it will come from right here in your community, out of your neighborhood, from Black and Right, and from my friend John Anthony. I've known you now for about 12
It's 15, 16
years. It's been a long time that we've known each other. I'm a filmmaker. Just finished a film with Kevin Sorbo. If you know him as Hercules, had the greatest show on television at one time. And we've just finished One Another Life that is coming up. And I'm the creator and star of an award-winning film, Runaway Slave, 15 years ago, and I started doing this. And I'm always looking for interesting, thought-provoking, provocative stories. And for some reason, John, God brought you and I together 15 years ago now. Yeah. And it's amazing how time passes.
Freedom Works.
Freedom Works. Yeah. I was senior fellow with Freedom Works for a long time until they closed their doors. But friends, I came here from Port St. Lucie, Florida, today to share with you some news that I think all of you should find, and I hope you do find, very interesting, and something that you can become a part of and be a part of it. I'm a filmmaker, and I have a film crew. We have inroads to Angel Studios and Lionsgate Studios, as well as Sony 2 and others. America is experiencing crisis in our families and among our young people. John Anthony and his family have experienced that firsthand. There's a question that all of us as Americans, American parents and grandparents need to ask ourselves: how is it possible that our young people live in the greatest city, or the greatest nation on the face of the planet? They live in a nation that has the greatest opportunities on the face of the planet. But yet our young people don't seem to want to live. Our rates of young people harming themselves, committing suicide, is astounding. And if you don't think that that can knock on your door, and if you don't think that there are people who are incredibly concerned about the state of mind of their young person, you're grossly mistaken. The film that we want to make, Letters to John Boy, is one that I do believe will touch the hearts of all Americans across the spectrum, wherever they may be. It's a story that comes from a place and from a family that no one would ever suspect this type of thing would touch, but no one ever does. And since Americans don't read anymore, and I thank God that you have these people on your show here tonight, on this beautiful little yacht that you have here today, I hope more and more people become aware of a crisis that we're facing in this country, and that is the death of our young people. Any house, any church, any community, any city who loses its young people will lose itself. America, we must save ourselves by getting down to the core of what is causing this. And we do believe that the story that we can bring from John Anthony's family's story is one that can turn some lights on to a situation that certainly needs to be addressed. Let me see the hands of the parents here. Any parents? Any parents? Yeah. Raise both my hands. 4 children, 11 grandchildren. I'll be 70 years old in March. Let me tell you something. That is the worst thing the worst thought that even crosses my mind now, as my children are grown, gone, and my grandchildren are just about the same. That is still the worst thought of burying my child or grandchild. It's an epidemic in this country. And if we're not losing them to their own self-destruction, we're losing them to the drugs. And John, that is something that we're going to weave in to this story. You see the effects of this man's life that's had on yours, it's had on mine, his wife's life has had on all of us. This is the same type of effect that Letters to John Boy, the story that we will tell with your help, will have on America. Friends, I'm a businessman. I'm an old Baptist preacher as well. And all of you know that things like this don't happen without help. No film, no church, no business, no nothing ever runs without money. I come to place this number in your head, and if you can help John with this number, I certainly would appreciate that, and so would our country, because when we tell this story, it is one that will be nomination worthy. And